Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back on board the Frontier, our current ship that is right now on the way to the space station over there that we're going to need for the next mission. So if we scan it out, we can see the den is coming up, the devil who knows, and speak to Captain Marquez. This is where we want to go for.
Den responding to hail, you are cleared to dock. Welcome to UC space.
Perfect, so let's just speed it up a bit here so that we get close enough be able to dock to this station here, because we are on the manhunt right now for our hidden person of interest. Let's board this one.
The UC did a hell of a job piecing the station back together after the Serpent's Crusade rolled through.
Captain, do you require my assistance?
Well, this station's seen better days.
And yep, we are back with Sarah. I couldn't
its
stand
former
Barrett
glory.
anymore. He was talking too much. And Sarah is actually someone of action.
Looking to lodge a complaint? Then you want UC security, not the Vanguard.
No, actually, I'm with the Vanguard. Supra and Ultra, Captain.
Oh, apologies, Captain. Didn't recognize you without the uniform.
I'm a special
So,
agent.
What can I do for you?
Reginald Orlace, I heard you might know him.
Lace. Doesn't ring a bell. Anything you can tell me about him?
It's a sensitive mission. He's a former UC scientist.
Seriously? Out here? Surprised they didn't send out a general notice he's in town. Though, I guess there's less a chance he bolts if they keep it hush. But I expect we would have heard something... Wait. The Warlock. There's been rumor of a ship out there for years now. Doesn't respond to hails, never docks. More than a few amateur investigators have tried to find it. And at least 2 never came back. Aetherius debris fields are plenty dangerous if you're not used to flying in them. But if you're suggesting it might not have been the fields that got them, well, I can give you the coordinates of the Warlock's last sighting. Can't think of a better spot your Orlace might be hiding.
Perfect. I'll take the coordinates.
Sure thing. Here. This should get you point.
And we're going to get to this. In this episode, I want to tone it down a bit on the dialogues. It's been quite a bit in the last 2 episodes, I know. And we're just actually following along here the missions, right? But still, there's lots of story in this game. But of course, it's a game after all, and I want to see a bit more gameplay here. This is Trade Authority, and on it, look at that. It's just a normal trader, and he likes to have a very extensive chat with us. I just really want to see what he's got in stock. So also, we got the Starfield UI activated. This is a mod that makes the interface a bit better for us, right? So we can quickly see what's what, and we can, for example, look at the highest damaged weapons that he's got there. And he's got this modified calibrated maelstrom with a reflex sight, armor-piercing rounds, and semi-automatic mode enabled. So I probably would like to purchase this. It's 11,000 credits though. We have 110,000 credits. We do have a few weapons, but no ammunition. So this is actually my primary thing that I want to do here, and that's getting some ammunition in, because boy, we need it. There it is, and we can basically purchase all that we want, I guess. Right. Getting enough rounds for my weapons that we have. So there we have the weapon now. It's actually the strongest weapon that we have now at the moment, especially with the mods installed. So this should be a nice thing to wield, really, to hold. And then we have the Sight Star. This one we can actually put out of the favorites. And where we do have the ammo, can we see this? We can see 6.5 here, right? So this is what we just purchased. The thing is, there are several weapons that actually need the same ammo, so we should be careful of what we are using here. We got the Grendel weapon. Right, so this is the other one that I really want to get into my favorites, because it's also a very nice weapon. And then I got the pistol here that we got from the last mission. That was just doing a lot of damage overall. There it is, the Nova Light. It's not doing so much damage per second, but it hits pretty hard, right, in comparison to the others that I have. And this one here is with the light fuse weapon rounds, so we probably need to purchase a bit more, and this is of course in number 1 for me. Very good, so we're stocked again for the missions.
Docking seal released.
Alright, back in space. We have that somewhere over there now. I think it is. Is it this one here? Ethera? We have several coordinates that we should follow along. Alpha Centauri, that's definitely not it. Let's have a look at the wolf system in general. I haven't been here yet. Ooh, a pretty rad giant in the middle. And over there, find it. That's the one. That's my destination. Alright, the Warlock, there he is. What? He's level 28? Is that even a mission we can do? Devils, you know. Unfortunately, there is no level requirement shown in the quest menu. That's a bit of a bummer, but level 28, I wonder if we can take him down. I also wanted to have a look at the sun there, which is a red giant over there, but yeah, it's just a huge glow. Interesting stuff. Of course we can get closer to him. And just try it out, honestly.
Oh, is this you brought me? More scrap for the field. Savor your last moments, Moat. All systems. Shoot them down.
Alright, I think this is doable. We could also board this ship, so we should destroy his engines. It's actually easier said than done. Oops, nope, no. Alright, I think we're going to destroy him here. Yeah. That was actually easy, right? I mean, I thought we were actually going to die here. Chip parts, lots of them. Collect the evidence. And return them to Ve Victis. Alright, I'm actually going for this again. So this time we are actually boarding that ship. And we can do this by actually unlocking the manual targeting mode. Right, like this. And if we do that, we can actually target just the engine when we fire on it. Like so. And hopefully take him down. Or just the engines take it down like this. And there we have it. Right, and now, if we don't crash with the freaking ship. Alright, I will also try the targeting method, so where we can target the engine. For this we do need the targeting control system. This is actually really interesting. Only this allows us to enable now that system that we need for getting that engine done. Because I tried it now 3 times to destroy just the engines of the ship. This is not working, right? So we need to invest into that point. Then we need to get this fella into a target. Let's also assign another point for the lasers to get the ships down quickly. If we have that, it's locking in, as we can see now, in the middle of the screen. First of all, we need to get down the shields though, right? Shields down. Perfect. And now we can lock in. Let's try this. Doesn't work. Now locking. There it is. And now we can target the engines, right? So we're going to switch over and just target the engines now. That specific part. And that's it. And I think... Oh, wait a second. We still have... I think actually now we need to get behind them. Someone else is firing though. Once again, engines, engine fire. Engines down, and now we can dock. If we didn't crash, that is. I mean, the docking was just there, but I think someone else attacked us, so we try this again. Once again, let's assign some points to that. It's really hard, so it's much easier to just destroy the ship instead of trying to dock it. Docking is much harder, but I think the rewards are bigger as well. So once again, we need to take down the shields there. This is actually done rather easily. We should also not forget to repair the ship. It's really, there's a lot going on here, right? So now we have it. Let's assign the engines. And now let's take the engines down. Very good. We lock again. And once again, engine. And we need to do this, I think, 3 times. Target lost. We need to get behind him again. This is the hardest part, really. And now it works. Perfect. We have taken down the engine and now we can dock it. Board the Warlock was successful. I can't believe that. After 5 attempts or something like that. Let's board the ship. And this will be interesting because now we have to fight our way through. But we can take him as a hostage. And that would be my idea of doing this here now. So this is going to be mostly melee combat, I think. So let's get in my better weapon. We got a very good weapon. I want to see how it actually works. Right, he's doing something very strange. Doors inaccessible. I think he just killed himself. Yep, he killed himself.
File deletion cannot be completed. Ending process.
Now that's a disappointment. I was hoping for some fighting here now. There's definitely some loot to be had, alright. So this is, of course, we could have also just destroyed that ship. But this way, can we take it over? You're not authorized to pilot this ship. It has been rendered inoperable. Great, so we cannot even loot it. Personal computer? The personal logs of this ship, what do we have? Nothing. It's all been deleted. Alright. Smart man. And that's Reginald or Lace. Yeah, and with the evidence and no additional ship, I was so hoping to get this ship. We actually return back to this general of ours. Back in space, we got the ship. Let's try and destroy it. There it is. Getting some experience points out of that. And more loot. That is ship parts as well. And beryllium. That is a very rare resource that we need for our outpost as well. Alright, unfortunately that's it. And we go back where we need to go. Which is Bay Victus in New Atlantis.
I've lived in New
Alright, there we
Atlantis
are again in our
my
high security
entire life, and I had no idea
system.
this place even existed.
And we kind of like need to go down again to his cell.
Oh, and good luck.
I mean, I hope this is the right way, at least. It seems like it is. High security stuff, of course, to give him the evidence that he so desires. We are actually full on inventory once more.
Welcome back, Captain. Do you have some news for me regarding Dr. Olays?
I tried to bring him in, but he took his own life.
I'm not surprised. The man fled every consequence he ever faced. Of course, you don't expect me to just take you at your word, do you?
Of course not. Here's your evidence.
Excellent. Please, deposit it in the transfer system.
In the what? In the transfer system. Oh, there.
Transfer accepted.
Would you look at that? Kept it all these years. Some simply couldn't let go of that old world. This is fine work, Captain. I can ensure the remaining team members find their way to the Red Devil's headquarters. Except for one. That one you'll need to collect yourself. His name is Kaiser. You can find him on the Freestar world of Nira, wandering the battlefield there. The area was ground zero for xeno-weapon deployments during the war, so I would arm yourself appropriately. And I think you'll want to check in with Hadrian and Dr. Walker before paying it a visit. Kaiser will likely have security protocols you'll need their help to overcome.
Thanks for that.
Of course. We're protecting the galaxy, Captain. We'll need every tool at our disposal.
Right. There's a bunch of experience points here once more. Very good. Now we need to report back to Hadrian, but as he also said, we probably should prepare ourselves a bit better, and for that I would like to go to my ship now and upgrade the systems. Alright, and here we are again in the shipyard, or more or less the landing pad of New Atlantis, and over there is the ship technician.
And here's our new captain.
Let's have a look. We don't need to repair something. I don't know why this option keeps popping up all the time, so if we click on that, looks to me like you're already in a pretty good shape. Thank you very much. Let's modify the ship though, because there's a lot to modify here. We enter the ship builder, and then we go into upgrading that ship. And here we can see now all the modules that we have on this ship, right? And we have a lot of them. And let's just start with the shields that we can basically upgrade. I would like to do this, and as we can see, we got two shields available here. It's actually not that expensive, and we have one upgrade here. The 30S Protector Shield Generator gives me 100 more shield capacity and also maximum 5 power, right? It does increase my mass a tiny bit, just a tiny bit. The more mass we have, the slower we are, and the less maneuverable our ship is, but that is really a tiny thing for, about 20%, 25% upgrade here. So let's go ahead and upgrade our shield. Next up is the engine. So we have something here. Yes, we have a very good one actually. For 10,000 we get the White Dwarf 2010 engine, and this gives me more maneuverability, more thrust engines, and more health on the engine. So let's go ahead and also upgrade this jolly good thing here. Then we have the grav drives and the reactor. We're going to need the reactor if we want to put more power into my systems, right? The more power we have in my systems, the more efficient they are, and we can also power more things. However, the reactor is really expensive, right? So this would be up to 30,000 in my total cost so far. Let's just see. I think a tiny upgrade would actually just do it already, like this one here, for 12,000. This gives me a bit more mass, but also at the same time more mobility, more hull that we can work on, right? More reactor health, more repair rate, which is really cool, and power generated. So let's go ahead and upgrade our reactor there as well. At the same time, we can also go ahead with a better grav drive. This gives me more jump thrust, more power, and also more speed overall. We can actually increase and that's pretty cool, our jump range to 22 light years, up from 15. So this is a huge upgrade there, really. Go ahead and do this. With that, we can get into faster, or well, more distant systems. And then we got our weapons here, right? We got the laser, my cannon, and my missile launcher. Let's have a look at the laser first. The thing is, it's not really, I think it is sorted by, yep, there we have the electro beam. So here we are with the lasers. So let's just see what we have. My current one that we have here, my pulse laser, has a range of 1000, a rate of 6.65. This is actually the important thing here. If we want to compare things, right, I think there is no direct comparison, which is a shame. So we always need to keep in mind our laser. We have to keep the numbers in our head, I think. And we're going with a higher range and more shield damage for my pulse laser. So the lasers, of course, we're using for shield damage primarily. And then we got the... Oops, then we got also the cannon. This is more for hull damage, right? So we got the cannons over there. Once again, I need to check my current one. Fire rate is really low, actually, 3.49, but it is doing more hull damage per hit then, of course, at 13. So we need to keep these statistics in mind. So this basic cannon here is actually a good one because we get more hull damage. Actually, there's not that many cannons here, what I can see. There's only one more, and it uses less power than the other one. More hull damage, though. Yeah, I think we might actually go with that. Same fire rate, a bit more hull damage, a bit more shield damage, and takes less power, which I think is good in this case here. And then we have the missile launcher. I think we have them down here. There's only one upgrade, really. That's this one here with a higher fire rate. But it is, of course, with reduced hull damage and shield damage, and that's it. So weapon-wise, there is not the best upgrades here. We are primarily really worked on our defense upgrades here, right? And we can now go ahead and accept this one and pay a hefty sum of 56,000 credits. But we are, well, a stronger ship than before. More damage, more durability, and faster speed and bigger ranges overall. Doesn't look like it changed that much here, right? So I think this cannon up there is new. I haven't seen that yet. Cargo hold wise, it's still the same. And the engines are much bigger. That's something that I noticed right away. Other than that, it's still the same good old ship. that we have and that we can now use for our missions. Now at the Red Devil's headquarters, where we meet Hadrian once more. Why is she here, by the way, not with us?
Hello.
Oh no, she never joined.
Captain, welcome back. Was afraid you might have gotten reassigned. You've been gone so long. So how's it feel to be a citizen?
It doesn't really feel any different so far.
To each their own. Still remember my ceremony. 19 years old, standing on the front deck of Mast, looking over the city. One of the proudest days of my life. But it is real good to have you here again. We've been going through the Terramorph data and, well, we're gonna need all the help we can get. These logs, they're even more thorough than I remembered. Genetic workups, population statistics, hell, even their food chain. I'd completely forgotten, for example, that there was a creature that actually ate Terramorphs. At this point, the data's given us more options to explore than we have people to work on them.
Alright, I'm trying to help you as much as I can.
That'd be something, wouldn't... I'm sorry, are you? You're serious? You found our research team? That's incredible. That accelerates everything. With them back, it'll let us... Wait. Kaiser. Did you find Kaiser?
He's my next stop, but I was told I'd need your help overcoming his security protocols.
That's right. You would need that. Whoever gave you these leads sure knew their stuff. Well, how? How exactly did you manage to find them?
Should we tell her the whole truth? This would be interesting. If she finds out. Yeah, I guess. I mean, he's alive. This could actually distract her way too much. I had some help, but we need to leave at that.
You can't be... Oh, you are serious.
I don't want to distract her.
Okay. No more questions. But still, getting Kaiser back, that gives us more than a few new paths forward on dealing with the Terramorphs. But if he's been out there on his own all this time, you're gonna need something. Come on.
Right, follow Hadrian.
We've already made a lot of progress getting this place back online. Some of the containment chambers were a bit on the unpleasant side, but the facility staff made short work of that. I know it's here somewhere. Uh-huh. Here, Kaiser schematics. Actuators, weapons, batteries. That old robot's been MIA for a while, so chances are he's gonna need some repairs. He's also got a lock on his voice controls. You can give yourself authorization with the phrase, Nos belli machinis. Now, where exactly is the old machine?
Freestar territory, wandering a battlefield in a world called Nira.
A battlefield? On Nira? Ugh, sheesh. No wonder no one's found him. That sector of Nira was destination #1 for xenoweapons during the war. Add to that general environmental devastation and the kind of lawlessness that comes with any Freestar world, and that planet's got more than enough ways to make a visit your last. But I think there's a place where you can start your search. Yep. One-of-a-kind salvage. Licensed to an Angelo Alonso. Goes by Gel. As good a place to start as any.
Alright. We have that option again. Wait a second, Kaiser is a robot.
Military Model A. Customized him myself for when the xenoweapons team needed
Alright.
Getting him back from wherever he may be will make our outside work a whole hell of a lot easier.
Alright, I'm off to
And I'll make
Nira.
sure we're ready to put him to use as soon as you've got him.
Alright, I'm sorry, I just have to tell her. It probably could fire back at us if she knew that and we didn't tell her.
Come on. That's not funny. No. That's That's insane. He died. They executed him. They faked his death? My entire unit, they threw us all to the wolves, but kept him? And now he's what? An advisor? Commanding the fleet in secret? What was so important that they had to keep him alive?
They're using him to track down criminals.
Oh, they certainly picked an expert, didn't they?
He's alive. Victus is still alive. I don't care if they're using him to solve world hunger. The man is a criminal. How could the UC do something so foolish?
I guess it makes sense, though, doesn't it? The UC of that era only created me because they were afraid of a world without Victus in command. Why would they get rid of him? As long as I live, I'll never understand the loyalty that old bastard elicited.
I'm sorry I even brought it up. No, people are willing to ignore a lot if you get results.
Exactly. Because the UC, they did a lot of terrible things for that man. But even knowing they did, knowing that they kept him alive all this time, you know what I feel right now? It's hope. I had no one when I was outside the UC. No Red Devils, no family. But that old world, where I was no one and my father mattered, that's gone. Thanks to what you and I have done, I have a place again. A purpose. But it's finally one I can be proud of. You and I, we're getting to change what the UC stands for. So I don't care if Victus is alive or dead. He can rot for all I care. We're the ones who are making the settled systems and the UC better.
And making something good out of the UC's past, I can get behind that.
Precisely. Because there's nothing we can do about past choices. What we can do is try and make the right ones now. Well, thank you for telling me. I'm glad I know. And even more glad to have someone on my side who's willing to tell me the tough truths.
And you deserve to know.
It means a lot to know I've got people like...
Perfect. So at least that is out of the way. And we continue onwards now to the battlefield, I think. Is it that? Search for Kaiser on Nira. Is there any trader here where we could perhaps get some ammunition? I mean, I think we're pretty full on ammunition, but there's always some more you need. Unfortunately, the game really doesn't tell you where a trader might be lurking around. Pretty cool base here though. And I just love how every base that we visited so far looked differently. So lots of details everywhere. Alright, I don't think there is a trader here though. So let's go for Nira. This is a bit of way, actually just one jump. Very good. It's a level 1 system still, so it shouldn't be too much of a hassle for us.
Time to move on.
There we are. Right, so that's the world. Nitra.
I haven't heard. The Star Parcel's fleet's got a load of these aging Deimos monsters. Built like tanks, but well past their warranty. It's gonna take hours to fix this, if we can get the engine back online at all.
Alright, this is a parcel transporter, parcel freighter. I'm surprised your ship broke down. Deimos makes good ships.
30 years ago, this ship would be a beast. Maybe more like 50. I got a hot package that's paid for expedited delivery. They'll dock my pay if it doesn't get to its destination. Star Parcel will reward you well if you can assist.
Alright. Given the circumstances, Star Parcel needs to up that reward. Persuade.
The paperwork involved and... That's what I'm hoping. I could maybe
Oh well,
see
we actually
something might
made a
offer.
successful persuasion there.
Tell you what, I can pay you some credits from the discretionary fund up front. Best I can do.
I'm fine with that. Send over the package and I'll deliver it.
Excellent. All you need to do is drop this off to the ship services technician on Aquila City.
Oh, perfect. We actually need to
They'll
get
take
there
it from
anyway.
there. Thanks for bailing.
And is that a timed mission? Because if not, then we'll just put it back in my activities and deliver the... No, there's no time on that. Perfect. So yeah, we'll just get going with my current mission and then head back there. Alright, so Nitra it is right in front of us. And one of a kind salvage. That's the one where we need to land.
Let's put this bird on the ground.
Alright, there we are on this wasteland of a planet. Corrosive liquid rain we have here. So I can't stay in the open that long. Oh, looks like there is a... Oh, is this attacking me? No, it's attacking the that thingy down there.
Hey! New model on the floor. Welcome to the one-of-a-kind. Refuge and rest home for the hardest scrappers anywhere. Name's Jill. Proprietor.
I'm here to recover a robot. Goes by the name Kaiser.
Not here to make your fortune out in the fields then, huh? Suit yourself. But there's no bot named Kaiser around. Oh, unless you mean Captain Ahab? At least, that's what we've all been calling him. No clue what his actual designation is, since he's got some sort of security protocol that prevents inquiries and general chit-chat. But he's a combat bot, right? Yeah, that machine's been out there a while now, hunting this one siren, his white whale. But it's been a while since anyone's laid eyes on Captain Ahab, though. Maybe he finally got the thing. Or it got him.
Alright, that could be him. The robot I'm looking for worked with the United Colonies Xenowarfare team.
That's where I recognize that insignia. So, sounds like you've got two options. You can wander around out there, hunting your bot, little old white whale of your very own. Maybe you find him. Maybe you get yourself killed. But knowing this rock is part of what we do here. So if you want to find him a whole lot faster, I'll sell you what I know about this. Kaiser's location. Going rate's a little...
Alright, so 1,000 credits he just wants, alright? We could persuade him.
I'm listening.
I need this information now.
I do understand.
Oh, that was a critical
I'm trying to
success.
figure out a way to help you, okay?
And with that, we actually finished the challenge as well for 3 speech
You
challenges.
made your point. I'll give you a discount.
Oh, that's a fine discount.
Pleasure doing business.
And we get the
last
location.
anyone heard of him, he was out near the Syracuse. Shipwreck about a quarter click down the main strip. One of my roughnecks said he heard some kind of beacon. Just keep your ears open. Eyes open, too.
Alright, there's a Ecliptic pirates out there.
Give Ahab a...
Going to give him my best. Now with that, we do get, actually, I think I do have 2 skill points. Perfect. We can get the next persuasion rank, right? 20% chance increased of success when persuading someone. And of course, I would like to go with that right away, since this is a really important skill that we can have.
Destroyed.
Alright, there we are on the surface of the planet again. So over there is the base, and we just walk this smaller distance. There's this wreckage where he might be. Let's rather use my weapon here too. We don't know what's up.
Oh, look at the state of this ship. It's as though it's been picked apart from the inside out.
Biological contaminant detected. Destroy infestation. Biological contamination eliminated. Password required.
Nos belli machinis.
Voice controls unlocked. Attempting to resume. Attempting to error. Power level insufficient. Battery required. Type microcell. Inquire at salvage yard.
Alright, find a microcell in the salvage yard. What else can we find in here? Not much, it seems. Alright, so we're back at Kaiser with the battery. I just cut it out honestly because it's just walking back to Gel and purchase the battery over at him. So this is not something I would like to show all the time. There we are again.
Battery operational power levels restored. Analyzing. Residual damage detected. Impact shielding. Visual systems. Damage within acceptable limits. Thank you for your aid. I must resume my mission. Please step aside.
Your mission just got superseded. Major Hadrian Xenon wants you back.
Major Sanon will have to wait. I cannot leave my mission. Although previous attempts to disarm the weapon have been unsuccessful, additional support may allow me to complete my active mission more quickly, allowing me to leave this place.
If you're asking me to help with your mission, sure, I can do this.
Excellent. We must disarm Unit XW-99. Designation Siren. Nearest final xenoweapon. Are you ready to proceed to the mission site?
I'm sorry. You're chasing a real, living xenoweapon. Weren't they all wiped out?
They will be. Unit 99 has proven a capable adversary. External support, however, seems the most likely path to disarming it.
Alright, let's move on.
Follow me.
And we continue onwards here in the next episode with fighting that xeno weapon. Stay tuned.